James, does your SOP for ranking work in high comp locations? Most of your top ranking tree service examples are on low comp locations. Yes, James. But that is precisely because that is what I'm teaching in the DHA model is to target low competition areas so that you can get results with less time and less resources, less investment of time, energy, money, etc. That is the whole purpose. That is why most of my Felling Pro sites are in low competition areas because that is what I'm teaching to target low competition areas. Will it work in high competition areas? Yes, it's the site structure that matters. It's the difference is in more competitive areas, you're going to need more links. That's it. That's the difference, right? In areas that have higher competition, you're going to need to do more other SEO stuff, other SEO signals, which is a lot of off page, right? Build more brand authority, build more links. That's it. So I specifically target low competition areas because that's what I'm teaching so that people can get results faster with less effort and less resources invested into ranking those assets. Then they can go monetize those assets and then invest money from that they're now generating from monetizing those assets in low competition areas. They can take a portion of that revenue and use it to start building links, investing into ranking the more competitive areas, right? Do you understand? It's about bootstrapping the using clients' money to boost your assets. That's precisely why it's called a hybrid agency, because it's a combination of local lead generation assets that you own and control as the agency and traditional retainer-based services. And when you start to sell retainer-based services, which by the way, the local lead generation assets are used for sales tools to help you to sell your services because you target the areas that are low competition areas where you've built these local lead generation assets that you didn't have to really invest any additional resources or money into, time, effort, money, etc., because they are low competition. They rank fairly well with don't have to be 100% ranked, but as long as you got, half the pages ranking for half the search queries, etc., then you've now got something that you can point to on a sales call with companies that provide those same products or services in that area because you can point to it and say, look, I've already got a site outranking you for your own products and services in your own service area or location that I can do that for you too if you hire us to, do marketing, SEO, it's lead gen, whatever for you. And we will assign this site to you. Now you've got money coming in from retainer money from a client that you can use to build links to not only your assets, but like in that same area, but you can also take a portion of that money to build links to, again, additional assets that you have in other areas that are more competitive areas where you're going to need backlinks, etc. So the whole point is to target low competition areas first so that you can monetize those with little additional investment, if any. And then that's going to start to generate the revenue that you can use to invest in the more competitive areas where it is going to require some additional investment. Does that make sense? And so, yes, does it work? Of course it does. The only difference is you need to build more links in the more competitive areas and build more brand authority, etc. Hopefully that's clear. By the way, the local lead generation assets, when I build them, for the most part, they don't have GBPs. I've got some that I'm rebranding to Felling Pro brand, which had GBPs under other brand names. I'll give an example of that here in just a moment, because there's another question coming up I'll kind of I'll show an example of that where it was a GBP under a different brand name that has recently been rebranded to a Felling Pro. But what I'm teaching is to build local lead generation assets, so organic only assets that don't have GBPs associated with them. And so you can't really, it's difficult to, you can build brand authority without a GBP, but what we're trying to do is target low competition areas with organic only assets where we're not trying to build brand authority. We just want to rank the site. And then we use the site as a sales tool to then sell our services to companies in that area that provide those services. And then now we've got a site that we can assign to a project that has a Google business profile. And that's how we can start to build brand authority, right? And so I'm just pointing that out because there's like a number of ways that we can do this, but it definitely works in any sort of area. It's just how much additional off-page work needs to be done in order to rank. Okay, hopefully that's clear.